The ancient Egyptian pyramids, one of the 7 wonders of the world, have risen toward the sky for thousands of years, as if defying it. These pyramids, with their construction processes and technologies, still spark debates among scientists, historians, and enthusiasts today. While some claim that the pyramids were built by hundreds of thousands of slaves, others believe that foreign civilizations or extraterrestrial beings were involved. However, the real story behind the pyramids relies on the labor of approximately 20,000 pyramid workers. So, what was the daily life of a pyramid worker in Egypt thousands of years ago? What did they eat? What did they drink? And how many hours did they work a day? Here's a closer look at the life and responsibilities of a worker building pyramids in Egypt. If you had been in Egypt around 2500 BC, you might have come across announcements on the streets saying, workers needed for the pyramid to be built in the name of Pharaoh Khufu. Moreover, being healthy and an adult was enough to qualify for work. Women took on support roles such as weaving and cooking, while men directly worked in pyramid construction, engaging in physical tasks like moving and arranging blocks by using their strength. Once accepted as a worker, you would start working by choosing one of 3 main tasks: shaping blocks in the quarry, transporting them, or placing stones on the pyramid. To solve the accommodation problem for workers, the pharaoh had a village called Hayt al-Ghurab built near the pyramids. This village was an exclusive settlement designated for pyramid workers and their families, separated from other Egyptians. Here, workers could stay with their families for free, with all their needs provided by the pharaoh. This way, they were ready to start work at dawn every morning. Pyramid workers would wake up every morning at 6 a.m. and have a simple and nutritious breakfast of figs, dates, and bread. They had 2 main meals a day. Lunch often consisted of fish sandwiches made with fish caught from the Nile, and dinner included roasted meat, carrots, and lentils. According to archaeological findings, the workers were fed quite well compared to other Egyptians. Their protein-rich diet allowed them to survive the heavy labor involved in pyramid construction, which was necessary to some extent. The workers would work from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at a high pace, then take a lunch break until 1 p.m. After lunch, the shift would resume and continue until 7 p.m., completing a 10-hour workday. At the end of the day, they would receive their daily wage, consisting of 4 liters of beer and 500 grams of bread. Compared to modern-day beer, the beer back then was less alcoholic and was a filling drink that provided workers with energy and played an important role in meeting their fluid needs. After every 8 days, workers were given 2 days off. On these days, they could spend time with their families or rest. In addition to these regular breaks, they also had the right to take leave for special reasons. Old tablets found in excavations in Egypt and exhibited in the British Museum contain records of when and for what reasons workers took days off. For instance, it was noted that a worker took leave to mummify his mother or skipped work on a day he brewed beer. Such leave was a part of the work schedule for pyramid workers. Examinations of the bones of workers involved in pyramid construction revealed that many had fractures and injuries on their bodies. This was natural given the heavy labor they performed. Interestingly, these injuries were meticulously treated thanks to free healthcare provided by the pharaoh. When workers were injured, they received free treatment from the pharaoh's personal physicians and could return to work once recovered. This healthcare service ensured workers' safety and prolonged their working life. It also strengthened their commitment to their work. Pyramid workers were regarded as respected individuals, serving a sacred duty among the Egyptian people. They were exempt from taxes and appreciated by other Egyptians. They were also free enough to leave the construction whenever they wished. However, due to the harsh living conditions outside, many workers did not leave this job and continued working until death. While the average life expectancy of the ancient Egyptian population was 45, pyramid workers lived an average of 35 years. The harsh working conditions shortened their lives by about 10 years. However, they continued working with the belief that they would be resurrected with the pharaoh after death. For centuries, it was believed that the pyramids were built by slaves. However, discoveries made in the past 40 years have debunked this theory. Pyramid workers were free people who left an unforgettable mark on human history, even though history does not often mention their names. The massive structures they worked under the shadows of still defy time today, as eternal symbols of human labor and faith.